Hello there, and welcome once more to the sexless void in which I exist. Thank you very much for swinging by. For those of you who are new here, this is what I look like. My name is Miles, and I am largely unemployed. This, by the way, is also why everyone makes the bald jokes. The genetic lottery was not particularly kind to me, let's say. Anyway, I am making this update video for one very important reason, which is that I'm going on holiday to South Korea for 3 weeks, pretty much the entirety of May. I have pre-recorded a ton of content for you guys in all sorts of things, from Kenshi to Bannerlord to something else. Surprise, surprise, it'll come out next week at some point. I'm not sure exactly. If I've timed it correctly, this video goes live literally the moment I fly. So I won't be able to respond to your comments for a couple days, as it is over 24 hours flight time there, and the jet lag is a nightmare. It's like a 9-hour shift in time, which is going to suck. And then for those of you that are new here, something you might not know about me is that I am actually a humanitarian lawyer by profession. I don't look like it, I don't dress like it, I don't sound like it, and I certainly don't game like it. But I am indeed an IHL lawyer. That's sort of just what I do. If you don't know what that is, it's kind of a person who deals with war crimes and any of the sort of effects of armed conflicts in general. My focus is entirely on the human rights and humanitarian aspect of it. I don't do any state work. And recently, I have been involved in a really fantastic project which limits the amount of military firearms that end up in civilian hands, be they rebels, militia, private owners, whatever, right? And unfortunately, due to all the chaos going on in the world right now, and in Europe specifically, the UN is quite busy, and their bureaucracy, as we know, is fairly monolithic. And as our primary donor, their money has not come through, meaning that the project I'm working on is on indefinite suspension at the moment. So I am, quite literally, for the first time in about 4 years, largely unemployed once more. This means I'm going to have a lot more time for the channel. I will probably end up doing field work fairly soon. There's a few jobs I've found lined up in Angola and South Sudan, either clearing mines or dealing with some of the sort of reintegration work that is done with child soldiers. I think that is going to probably pan out, I hope. But on the off chance it doesn't, after all, my Portuguese is a bit rusty. I will probably be doing YouTube a bit more often. You guys can look forward to more content then, or less content if I get the gig. Well, to be honest, if I get some of these gigs, no content. But I will update you again closer to the time with what we're doing, probably sometime in June. What that means, though, let's assume the best here for your sake, which is that content continues and it continues well. Please subscribe because there's a lot more to see, and please get your friends on board. I plan to do a lot more streaming, especially of games like Escape from Tarkov, as not only are those a really good vehicle for me to chat with chat about all sorts of interesting things going on in the world, you can take a guess at a few of them, but it also gives us a really interesting opportunity to create live content that is then also really good as pre-recorded content. It doubles up. I can edit that down into series and put that up. It's very efficient, both of time and of entertainment. So I'm a fan of that method. There'll also be lots more pre-recorded content that you've gotten used to now, like the Mountain Blade series, the Kenshi series. I actually have a lot of fun ideas for the Mountain Blade playthroughs, and little one-off things. They'll be really cute. And we're going to be working towards those as well. I'd also like to expand the channel's profile quite a lot, go into some more games that aren't so action-oriented, maybe do a bit more building, a bit more engineering. I really like factory games, so something like Dyson Sphere program would be a really fun one to do. And of course, also, if I am doing this full-time, then it literally becomes a matter of how many hours a day have I got to contribute. And the 8 to 15 hours a day I was doing for my previous job, I can now do for YouTube. And maybe also a bit of relaxation and mental health. Maybe. We'll see. Anyway, that is kind of the summary of what's been going on in my life and what is therefore going to be going on with the channel. I always try to keep it honest with you guys, and I just want to be clear that we are going to be coming up against lull in content. Or rather, we've come up against the lull in content in March and April, and that was due to us being aware that the project was closing. We had a lot of stuff to get done in those 2 months. Pretty much 3 to 4 years worth of work had to be wrapped up, condensed, and finalized in that time, and it was an insane crunch to do. And also, I've been only on the project for like 10, 11 months, and I had to go and learn projects I didn't even work on so that I could wrap them up effectively. But by some miracle, we actually did it, and we even had more time to do more work after that. So, victory. But yes, that does mean that I am now completely at your beck and whim. So I will, or beck and call rather. I am subject to your whims. I also don't speak English very well. You might have realized this. I'm going to be away, like I said, until the end of May. But after that, we'll be having another catch-up chat, and you know what? Some more live streams, just like regular, like not so scheduled ones. Just going live, doing some just chatting. It'll be fun. Anyway, guys, that is all I have time for today. I've really enjoyed the past year or so of starting up with content creation again. Realistically, it's been, minus the past 2 month lull, it's kind of been like 3 months in the past 12 where I've really been making content. And now that I actually have the time, that might go up to, every day. In which case, you'll see a huge uptick, and I really hope we can all sort of go on that journey together. Anyway, guys, that's all I have time for today. Thank you very much for watching, and as always, I'll see you in the next one. Cheers.